How I feel? Blessed. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rock it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We on the Washington Commanders live stream. And in today's live stream, I have a very special guest with me. My man Ed Oliver stopped by to chop it up about the Washington Commanders and so much more. Before I let you go, Ed, you know I always got to give you your flowers, man. Always. You know you were a big inspiration and quite frankly the reason I started my channel. So always got to give you your flowers when it comes to that, man. How you doing? I appreciate you stopping by.
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me on, man. Means a lot to me, and welcome back, man. May style,
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah, it definitely feels good to be back. And man, I missed a lot. I left at the worst time possible, to be honest with you. Considering the fact so much transpired with the hiring of a new coach and number 2 overall pick, but it definitely feels good to be back. And we got a lot to talk about. I don't want to waste any more time. Let me go ahead and start with this. So recently, Jayden Daniels he came out and said that he wants to outdo CJ Stroud's rookie year. How do you feel about that? Do you think it can possibly be done? Because I feel like the typical expectation we want for being Washington fans is we want to lower our expectations because we don't want to get too high and get let down. But if you think about that Houston team prior to their success that they had last year, going into their season, who really thought they were going to do what they did? How do you feel about that? Do you think he has the potential to do that, or are you kind of just like, I think he has a lot to work on? I ain't really, want to put him in that boat.
Be like CJ Stroud. That's a good question. I could see him potentially taking us to the playoffs this year, but we have a long way to go with the offensive line, and there's just a couple of question marks on the left side for sure. So it's tough. It's tough. It's hard to do that as a rookie. Not a lot of rookies do it. That's why CJ Stroud is considered to be a great quarterback because we don't see that a lot. The last time we had a rookie quarterback take us to the playoffs, was RG3. That was back in 2012. So, you just don't see that. And there's a learning curve for rookie quarterbacks. So I expect that to happen too. But I could see it happening, but personally, I think it's going to take some time, especially in our division. We got a good division too. It's a very competitive division for sure. So to say playoffs, it's tough for me right now to say playoffs with this roster at this point. I still think there's and it's not just on him. It's a team thing, the roster building. I think there's a little ways to go as far as a roster. So playoffs for me is definitely optimistic. But I think Jayden has a high ceiling. Like he's gonna have us in a lot he's gonna keep us in a lot of games because of his ability to not turn the ball over. Uh, LSU, Arizona State, he didn't turn the ball over much. He was one of the best players that have one of the least turnover worthy plays in the touchdown to interception ratio, and just the way he's going to be able to extend plays and take people's soul away, like Adam Peters said, and change the game, like Dan Quinn said. So I think he's going to keep us in a lot of games. We're going to be super, super competitive. I just don't know if we're going to be able to win 10, 11 games. That's just it's right now. I think we're still in that recalibration phase.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if when he made the comments was if he necessarily is talking about team success. Maybe most likely because he was comparing himself to CJ Stroud. I don't know if he was just talking about personal accomplishment because he also did win Offensive Rookie of the Year. But I mean, I kind of just
With
okay, my
Malik,
fault.
my fault, and the bet with Malik Neighbors too. So he might have been talking about, even though he called it off, but he might have been talking about that too.
Hey, yeah, I guess they had to. They kind of got to the NFL and they, that gambling whole thing. That was a whole debacle last year, so they got that under wraps. But yeah, I think I honestly am going to be kind of low expectation just because I'm so used to being let down. However, I'm also on a second hand. It's kind of like, why can't he had the season that CJ Stroud last year? They had a total rebuild. That was the first year of D'Amico Ryans and that whole coaching staff. Why can't that be us? But I mean, you did make some valid points considering the fact they were in the AFC South, wasn't really competitive that much, compared to here. But yeah, I just wanted to kick the show off with that because that was something new. Now the negative, okay, and it's silly negative. But I'm not sure if you got to check out my video, but I guess it was Chris Russell on Team 980. A person called in, and they absolutely lambasted, trash Jayden Daniels for the number 5 jersey that he got from Tressway. Chris Russell went on to say that he stole the jersey. The fan came on and said that everything is still the same. It's not fair that they took the jersey from him. He's crying on air and stuff like that. Just
Mhm.
dogging Jayden Daniels and basically even giving up on him before he even got a chance to play. Go on to say Dan Quinn is just handing out positions. It was crazy. I don't know if you got to hear it, but your thoughts on that whole jersey debacle thing, if you want to call it that, and then also fans, still we still have those kind of fans in the fan base that hasn't quite shifted over to this new wave.
Mm. Yeah, I didn't hear, but I just saw it on Twitter. I didn't listen to it, but I know some people are just really, really caught up in him taking the number from Tressway giving it to him. So I really honestly the whole number thing I'm not really focused on it too much. I saw Tressway wearing number 10, and I think it was kind of the right thing for Tress to do. Honestly, like to you got the quarterback. The face of the franchise, the leader, the captain of the team. Even though Tress is a captain too, but I just think giving that number to Jayden Daniels, who's the quarterback, who's supposed to be the leader in the face of the franchise, was kind of the right thing to do. But personally, I don't take too much stock in a number. I'm just focused on like the name stuff and the numbers. I'm just more focused on the wins. But I'm happy Jayden got his number. I think it's the right thing to do. Yes, do I want to see them earn their stripes and their numbers and stuff? I get that aspect too. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think it's that big of a story where it needs to be analyzed and people are like, oh, Jayden's gonna be he's not gonna be a good leader or a bust or whatever because he wanted a number or to take it away from Tress. And Tress was crying, he was super emotional about it. But I think that was the right thing to do. Tress is just a great human being, a great person, a great player. And I think he honestly did the right thing by giving Jayden Daniels, your quarterback, the number 5. So and no disrespect to punters. I am kind of disrespecting, but no disrespect at the same time. It's like, he's a punter, so it's not like he was a top wide receiver on the team or a top running back. Like if it was B-Rob and he's wearing number 5, I'd be like, okay. Or say if it was Terry, if it's Terry wearing number 5 and Jayden asked Terry to take number 5, then if Terry said no, I would have no problem with it. But since it's Tress, like it's a punter, or like a long snapper or something like that, then I'm like, okay, you got to understand how these things work and read the room of who's going to be on the billboards, who's going to be on everything else, who's going to be on the tickets, and who's going to really be the leader. Like because a punter is not going to change the game for us. A quarterback is the most important position in the league and NFL. It's really the most important position in all of sports, honestly. So I think Tress understood that, and I think Tress made the right decision. And Jayden's been wearing number 5 forever. Tress has been wearing number 5 forever too. But Jayden wore 5 Arizona State, high school, college. So I think Tress made the right decision. Like I said, Chris Russell, he's an interesting guy. I'm not going to badmouth him or anything like that because I know he's worked for the Locked On Network and stuff like that. I've worked for the Locked On Network, so I won't say anything too negative about him or whatever. I respect his work and all that. But yeah, media members, they try to stir the pot, so you gotta block out some noise that from the media here and there. You gotta just block out some noise.
Alrighty, and we finally got my guy Pro Tech up in here. What's going on? How you doing?
It was good. Juan was good.
What's up, man?
What's up, bro? Y'all doing? What's going on with y'all?
Yes, sir.
They was asking about you in the comments, man.
Yeah, CP time.
Yeah, but
go ahead, gang.
If you guys got any questions for us, leave them down below in the comment section. Let us know. But yeah, so I just wanted to ask you about that because that was a whole thing. I know ProTech made a video on it, but the reason why I made a video on this is because the lady.
She's
crazy. I was like, man, there's no way. Like, come on.
Yeah, I forgot about the lady. She definitely has. She's biased towards like a certain type of player and a certain type of person.
Yeah.
She likes to she likes trying to say this the most politically correct way. She kind of likes a certain type of quarterback or a certain look of a quarterback. That's what she likes, and some people in the fan base are like that. Honestly, it's unfortunate. So I think some of the things she says comes from a place of I feel like some stereotypes sometimes. But like I said, I'm not going to get too much into it.
Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing is, I didn't even know that was a recurring person that always goes on there. That was my first time hearing this. I thought it was just a regular person, but everybody's been saying she's a recurring person. Now, moving on to another big component of our offense, Cliff Kingsbury, offensive coordinator. Now, again, I was away, and I didn't really know too much that was going on. Like when I got my phone and I was able to look at it, last I heard was Chip Kelly was going to be the offensive coordinator. And then I finally seen that it was Cliff Kingsbury, and I immediately thought about his track record.
Not the chipster though. That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it was false, but I saw reports that he was going. That you were interested. I'm not sure how true that was.
Not the chipster. Oh, no chipster.
I saw that, and I looked at his track record immediately when we hired him. Obviously Johnny Manziel, Patrick Mahomes, Caleb Williams, Kyler Murray. That screams off to you. Hey, let me know how you felt about the hiring, and what are your expectations for Cliff? Do you think he can ultimately be a guy that can take this offense to the next level, and will he perform better in a diminished role, not being the head man?
Yeah, I like the Cliff Kingsbury hiring. I like what he's done with Kyler Murray before. I like some of the things he did with Caleb Williams last year at USC as like an offensive assistant or something like that. And a lot of people say he doesn't like to run the ball, but that's not true. He runs the ball a lot. He ran the ball with James Conner. There was times where Kyler Murray had design runs, so I mean he's able to adapt. Now sometimes his offenses they figure him out. That's kind of like been the kind of knock on him. Like they had a hot start that one year, 2020. They were like 7-0. Like they had a really good season with the Cardinals and the
7-1, something like that. Yeah,
7-1, something crazy like that. And then some of it's just like some of the questions about him is just kind of being like a leader. I mean, him and Kyler Murray kind of arguing with each other, but now he's not in that role. Dan Quinn is the leader of men, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Dan Quinn is the guy who's going to be more the leader of men. So just having that relationship with Jayden Daniels. But, just the offense, spreading it out, getting the ball, that 11 personnel, spreading it out, getting the ball out quick. DeAndre Hopkins, you look at the targets that he got. Let's see if we can do that for Terry, because last year we didn't target Terry enough, in my opinion. So that's what I'm looking for, getting the ball to Jahan Moore, getting the ball to Zach Ertz, Sennett, just using his weapons. Eckler, I think he has a plan for him, too, in the run game. You got Anthony Lynn to help him out, too. So you got a lot of good minds in the room. You got a lot of good football minds in the room right now. So I'm excited for Cliff. And you see him out there running around, getting to working with Jayden already. So I'm excited for Cliff.
Yeah. And he's a former quarterback too that I just found out. So Protect, let me know what you think. How do you feel about Cliff?
I loved it immediately because first of all, he's not the head coach, so that made me feel like a lot better about it. Like he's not the head coach; he is focused on one side of the ball, the side that he's professional on, the side he knows. You don't have to get in all these extra press conferences and be a leader of men and keep the team invigorated every week. Like he doesn't have to do all that leadership crap. All you do is put an offense together for Jayden Daniels to be successful and make sure the offensive line protects him with great scheming and not put into positions to fail and things of that nature. And that's it. I'm not saying it's the most simple job in the world, but it's clear cut what it is. You put your quarterback in best positions to succeed, get your best players the ball, and you make sure your offensive line don't get killed.
Yeah.
Clear cut, simple. Rather than being a leader of men and doing all the extra rah-rah bull crap that a head coach has to do. Cliff doesn't have to do that. All Cliff has to do, Jayden, even got dumbed down the offense for Jayden. Kind of how like Kyle Shanahan did for RG3 back in 2012. I know a lot of people were comparing Jayden Daniels with Robert Griffin III. If he has to dumb it down like they did with Robert Griffin, you know what I'm saying, to make it one read, a bunch of RPO, stuff like that, to make it simple for him, do that too. But I think that Cliff is going to have this offense going crazy. I believe that. He had two top 10 offenses in Arizona with Kyler Murray. He had Kyler Murray be the offensive rookie of the year. Like, we seen it with Caleb. We seen what he did with Mahomes. It was baby Mahomes. He wasn't Mahomes boy now, but hey, he was the infant stages of Patrick Mahomes' development. Yeah, and we seen what he did with Johnny Manziel in college. got him a first round pick. He had no business being a first round pick. So Cliff Kingsbury's track record says it for itself. Like Cliff is an offensive genius. Period. He might not be Kyle Shanahan level, but he's still an offensive genius nonetheless. So I expect the top half of the league offense. As for this offense that has some flashes every week. Some weeks you're like, dang, this offense is dynamic. Drop 30 today, 35 today. What we doing today? Getting in our bag? Ooh. We're going to have some of those weeks. There's some weeks you might struggle a little bit too, but I think we'll have a lot more good flashes than bad with Cliff.
Yeah, and shout out to OG in the chat, DC12, man. It's for DC Bay 12, man. OG always giving LeBron a hard time on Instagram, man. Absolutely hates LeBron, man. Shout out to OG.
I ain't mad at the OG
Shout
for that
out
one.
to
I'm hating
Uptown
LeBron,
Dre.
but give him a hard time. I'm cool giving him a hard time.
Sean C, what's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all for stopping by. But yeah, I'm excited about Cliff Kingsbury, but I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. After the letdown that Eric the Enemy gave me last year, I'm kind of just stagnant and like waiting. I don't want to be too high on someone and say they're offensive genius because we said the same thing about EB last year, and look what happened. Now let's flip sides. Joe Witt Jr. I've been calling him Bobby Witt Jr. for the longest. I don't know why. Joe Witt Jr. How do you feel about that, Ed? Was there any defensive coordinators that you wanted over him? And was after hearing him talk and what he plans on bringing to this defensive unit? How do you feel about him?
Oh, I love the hire of Joe Jr. I mean, you saw what he did with the Cowboys, just being involved with Dan Quinn. You saw what he did with Trayvon Diggs, Deron Bland. Had a historic season last year with the interceptions, the pick sixes. Unfortunately, he set the record with the pick six on Sam Howell on Thanksgiving. But you just see the improvement with the secondary. Javon Curse or Drawn Curse, just guys like that. You just see how they improved, and you see he could possibly make that impact with Emmanuel Forbes, Ben St. Juice. So you're looking for those guys to improve. Just put them in the right place to succeed. He said ball is life. He wants to play with violence. So he picked, he probably was a big influence on getting Mikey Samry still. He's not scared to come up and tackle. He's a little guy, but he plays hard. He's a dog. He's got that dog in him for sure. So he's a Dan Quinn, Joe Witt Jr. kind of guy. So you already see the identity and the tone that they're already looking to set. So I think he's a good hire. Anybody involved with Dan Quinn in that Dallas, you saw how terrible that Dallas defense was before they got there, and they improved year after year after year. They instantly improved when Dan Quinn got there. So I'm excited with the Joe Witt Jr. And the press conference got me hyped too, man. It got me hyped.
What about you, Protect? What you think about Joe Witt Jr.?
I love it more. I love the Cliff hire. As crazy as that sounds, I'll glow. I just talked about Cliff Kingsbury. I love it more than the Cliff hire. Like Joe Witt Jr. to me is what we've been looking for in a defensive coordinator since Greg Williams. Do we have to go that far back? Yeah, I guess so, because Jim Hadley wasn't it. Greg Winuski wasn't it. We know damn well Zach Del Rio wasn't there. So you had to go back 15 years, 20 years to the last time we had a good defensive coordinator that was worth a damn. So, yeah, Joe, the press conference caught me because he was talking different schemes and fits of players, how to fit them in the scheme. And I was like, ooh, I haven't heard this shit forever. Like, Jack Del Rio wasn't talking about this. Jack Del Rio wasn't this detail-oriented. That's what I like about Joe Witt Jr. He's so detail-oriented. Think about the little things, the little nuances, the little fits, just the little small details. I like that a lot about Joe Witt. It's a great fit. And what he does in secondary is ridiculous. Like Ed said, look at Deron Bland, 1 million pick sixes. Trayvon Diggs had 11 picks 2 years ago. Donovan Wilson running around, making plays, smacking people around, knocking people's heads off. Javon Curse going nuts. Yeah. Like, bro, these dudes were going nuts, bro. These dudes were insane. Marquise Hall, the guy that plays safety going linebacker, like, bro, that Dallas defense was retarded. They were good until they got smoked by the Packers, but nonetheless, they were good. Like, these dudes were going crazy. Top 10 in almost every category. Like, bruh. And they had one superstar player. One. Mike. Rest of dudes were good players, average, below average in some cases. But these dudes balled out. Like they really did. So that's a testament to Dan Quinn and Joe Whitt Jones, especially the secondary. That secondary outside of Trayvon Diggs was a bunch of guys, Jags. Turned DeRon Bland from a Jag to a dog. Just saying. So, hey man, I expect the same thing here. Emmanuel Forbes, turn it up, my boy. Hey, Quan, get your act together. Well, Quan will do it toward the end of the season. I'm not killing Quan for real, but
got to. Shout out to my man Big Simple.
Yeah, shout out to Big Simple. I just really hope that Emmanuel Forbes can turn it around so I don't have to keep calling AJ Brown the third. That's all I hope.
You said who?
I call Emmanuel Forbes AJ Brown the third on my channel. Yes, until he earns his name back. He don't get called his name on my channel. I'm sorry, I don't. AJ Brown's his daddy until proven otherwise.
My man Donnell Jenkins, honorary Cowboys fan, always hold it down. Because I'm confused why Dan didn't push for y'all to keep Cam Curl. Cam would have had 5 picks with Dan.
Lack of speed.
I can't speak on that. I'm not sure because I wasn't here.
I can tell you what it was. Lack of speed.
Yeah, I just saw Cam Curl throw up the deuces, and that broke my heart, man. I love Cam Curl, dog.
He gonna ball up the Rams for sure.
Jeremy Chin, that's also another guy that we have, and that can be exciting to the secondary. So we're hoping that he can add.
Derek Forrest, a lot of guys.
Derek Forrest wasn't healthy last year, so hopefully he can come back healthy and be good. DC Base as DQ gave them a parting gift. DQ knew he was going to be a head coach. Let's see. Uptown Dre says the defense will go insane. It's going to be turnover and pick six city this season. St. Juice could double his career interception total upcoming season.
It's not much. We only got one.
Yeah. So I do want to ask you guys about this because I know you guys know the history of our second round picks have not been good. And Jerzon Newton, he did get successful foot surgery. However, the timetable on when his return will be is still unknown. They are confident that he'll be back before the start of the season, but already being hurt, and Fedarian Mathis being hurt and not really a no-show. Ryan Anderson, the countless second-round picks.
Cravens, Fedarian Mathis,
Darius Guys.
Like, so list goes on. Jesus. With how bad the second-round picks have been. So, Ed, talk to me. How do you feel about Jerzon Newton and his injury? Do you think he'll overcome that and he won't continue this second-round curse that we had going on?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I don't want to rule him. I don't want to count him out or anything like that just yet. It's very, very early, but it's probably a reason why he fell. Because he was supposed to be a first-round pick, but I don't know if the Commanders didn't do their due diligence or whatever, but that's why he fell. The Falcons traded up and drafted a different defensive tackle, Ruka Rohoho, instead of drafting Jerzon Newton. Now, Jerzon Newton is super talented, so it's good that they're getting the surgery out the way. There was a report that said he should be ready for week 1, but he's very talented. If he's healthy, man, he can really help this defense, man. He's a good pass rusher, can get to the quarterback. We haven't seen John Allen, Daron Payne ever really get a chance to take a break. And with him, they can actually get a chance to get a break and come in fresh. And you just have a rotation of guys who can get to the quarterback, who can just pin their ears back. And he's a 3-tech, can stand up. He can play linebacker a little bit too. So, I mean, he can be a chess piece out there if he's healthy. But now we're kind of seeing why teams passed on him like that. So, but yeah, it's easy to be scarred. I mean, we saw it, like we've seen it with Fedarian Mathis. We've seen it with Geis. Just Ryan Anderson wasn't good. We did draft Bryce Love when he came off of ACL. We stashed him. Now, it's not that bad to the point of Bryce Love or Bryce Love towards ACL. This is another foot injury, but a big fella like him where, a lot of pressure, a lot of weight is on that foot, So it's something to keep an eye on. But, I mean, like I said, I'm not hitting the panic button yet.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't want to either, and I'm not. But it's just like with our team and our history.
I'm sorry. One thing he said he was 100% in his interview, which was not true. because I didn't expect to see him out there in a boot like that. But like I said, I'm not panicking just yet.
Yeah, I don't want to panic, but it's worth noting we cannot go without saying, due to the history of our second round picks. But Protec, I'm pretty sure you're kind of early similar with that take. You don't want to panic too much.
I'm not panicking at all. I'm not. Dance not on this scene no more. All of the black clouds are gone. I'm not panicking. No, I'm not going to panic. Now, if he re-injures it, all right, now I'm starting to worry a little bit. All right, bro, what's going on with these feet, bro? Like, is your right foot and your left foot and your right foot again? All right, look, bro, you brought me off. But I think he'll be healthy for week 1. And this kid is an animal. He's an absolute animal. I think he's gonna be a stud. I really believe that. But he has to get healthy first and foremost, and then secondly, he has to stay healthy. But I'm not panicking right now. It is what it is. Like, hey, man, they knew. I think Adam Peters knew what was up. He knew, all right, the other foot healed up, but the left foot's messed up now. Okay, cool. It's a steal. He's a top 20 player. I'm taking him at 36. Whatever. Get the kid healthy. Move on with my life. I think they knew about the injury. I think they didn't do. I think they knew.
Yeah.
But I think with the Falcons, I think they were like, all right, I'm not taking no chance on this dude. Hell no. We try and win now. We just did the most stupid thing in the world. Dropped the quarterback at 8 after paying Kirk $1 billion, $1 trillion. We just dropped the damn quarterback. We stupid. So let's go ahead and make up for our stupid decision and get a guy that's healthy, ready to play right away. They should probably take Jajon Newton. I don't know what the heck the Falcons were thinking, but none of them. Their loss, our game. I will take it. I was completely fine. But as for Johnny Newton, he's an animal. I think he'll be just fine. And I think he'll be ready for week 1. I think he'll be a great rotational player year 1. And I think if we were to trade one of these defensive tackles, the fake me out captain who I'm gonna give weak speeches. That one, Jason will be starting in year 2 and going absolutely ape crap in the league. So I'm not worried about Jason at all.
Okay, good. Now we are. I know, guys. I don't really structure these. We just talk about topics. But Ed brought up to me before we went live. Breaking news. We're working out Martavis Bryant. I don't really know if that moves the needle for any of y'all out there. I'm pretty sure Ed, you can make a video or something. But how do you feel about it? Do you think it's something that is worth paying attention to make this roster, or was it kind of just like Martavis Bryant?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna make a video. I'm looking at some of the clips. The last time he got any passes or any big plays was from Big Ben, and Big Ben's been out of the league for a little while, so that shows you how long it's been. But yeah, the Cowboys had him on the roster or on the practice squad or whatever. They signed him to try out. Then they had him on the practice squad, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And they released him last week, so he's available. So I mean, do I think he's gonna make the roster? I don't know. I mean, Rosemary Jack Saint has looked pretty. I mean, there's only one catch, so I'm not going to take too much stock in it. But I mean, you got guys like that are fighting for a spot. What happens with De'Ami Brown? Do they bring in Martavis Bryant? Does he play well in training camp to the point where they're like, okay, we're just going to keep Terry, Jahan, Luke McCaffrey, Jamison Crowder because he can return punts, and then you keep Martavis, and then Alamidas Zacchaeus, and you release De'Ami Brown because that's your Martavis would be your speedster. So I mean that's an option there. So they're bringing them in here for a reason. I don't think they're just bringing them in to just have a body. I mean, it could be that case. There hasn't been any injuries, so I don't know why exactly they're bringing them in. Is there something that they didn't like in rookie mini camp or the first day of OTAs? I don't know why they would exactly bring them in because I think they have enough bodies, but do they have a plan for him where it's like, okay, they may release De'Ami Brown and be like, hey, we got Martavis Bryant, we got a speed demon right there.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. I mean, like you said, we do have enough bodies, but I mean, I guess you're in a point of the all season where nothing hurts. Like it's nothing to just be like, all right, let's see what this guy has.
And I'm sorry to you again, but
no, you're good.
I'm hoping they bring in another offensive lineman. So that's something they need to look at for sure. You're going to bring in Martavis Bryant, but they haven't brought in David Bakhtiari yet. I know he's injury prone. So David Bakhtiari or Donovan Smith, they haven't brought in any of those guys in yet for at least a workout or a tryout. Yeah. But they're bringing in Martavis Bryant, so it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, I do feel like our wide receiving core has got weaker compared to last year. Like Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dawson, Curtis Samuel, that was for me was enough. I do feel like Luke McCaffrey could turn into something. I know they're comparing him to Puka Nacua. He could potentially be something. If he's 50% of half of what his brother is or his dad, then we got us something. But as it stands right now, I mean, I be forgetting about De'Ami Brown sometimes, and I know that's not like hard, but I be forgetting he's on the team. So maybe, like you said, Martavis Bryant potentially could be something that we carry on into the summer. But at this point right now, I'm not really expecting it. I just think that we'll bring it on for workout, seeing what it is that he has, and probably end up getting released here in a couple of weeks, in my opinion. But hey, you never know. Maybe he is something that we keep our eye on. What about you, What do you feel about Martavis Bryant?
I think they're doing their due diligence. Just seeing what he has, what he can bring to the table. It's just a screaming more and more De'Ami Brown's not making this team. I'm sorry. I know everybody, oh, you hate on De'Ami. I don't hate on De'Ami. Look, bro. 27 catches in 3 years is not cutting it, my guy. It's just not cutting it. Okay? De'Ami Brown is not cutting it right now. Sorry, not sorry. But I think they just want to see what they got. Martavis Bryant, CA, man. We signed to a 1-year deal. See if he can fight for a roster spot. He probably doesn't make the 53. He might not even make the practice squad. It might just be another body. We'll see. But just want to see what he has. I think, hey, nothing wrong with doing due diligence. Hey, Legendary One, no offense, bro. I don't want to hear that excuse for De'Ami, bro. Jahan got more production in 1 year than De'Ami has in 3. Stop giving that man excuses. He's ass. Period. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, why I mean to say it like that, but that's just what it is. He sucks. De'Ami Brown sucks. Miss me with the bull crap, okay? He sucks. As a wide receiver, he sucks. He's a darn good gunner. That's what he is. He's a good gunner for some teams. It's not good, okay? Okay. All right, I'm done with it. But Martavis Bryant, whatever, I don't care. Martavis Bryant, due diligence, I guess. But De'Ami Brown sucks.
Yeah, I actually just Googled it. Martavis Bryant, like he was on the XFL for the Vipers. I didn't know that he had.
Yeah, he was an XFL.
Yeah, he had. So he played in 6 games. He played in 8 games, starting 6. He had a whopping 14 catches for 154 yards in the XFL in one season, which is pretty underwhelming. Yeah.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
yeah, looking at De'Ami, the most catches that he had in the season was 12 catches. Like I could have sworn he had more than 12 catches in a season, but De'Ami's career high in catches. Like,
Yeah.
Barry can get that in
12 more catches than us. That's crazy.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, after that week 5 2 touchdown performance, I thought it was going to be the coming out party for him, but it ultimately didn't turn out to be anything for De'Ami.
12 catches is coming out party. That's what it was.
Yeah.
12 catches. Get out of here.
The Titans game.
Yeah. That was the difference. That was I think the downfall of that season right there, especially at that goal line.
Don't get me started.
I do want to talk schedule because it is coming out tomorrow. Again, guys, I know not really structured, but that's how my streams are. We just talk about topics on the team.
Mm-hmm.
But I know schedule was a hot topic. And who do you want week 1? I feel like everyone has that one team that they would like to kick off the season with. I'm going Giants. I need the Giants. And I've been hearing leaks that it is the Giants. And I'm hoping and praying it is because we owe them one and we need to get them out the way early. Just because, like, every year we always mess up and just somehow lose some. But I know you got Caleb Williams out there. That it will be a fine matchup. The Bears again. No, actually, no, that's Thursday night. I think that came out, right? That's Thursday night. I think that come out that's Thursday night. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. So, who do you want week 1?
That already got leaked. You playing Bills on Thursday night?
Yeah, I did. I saw that. Is there anyone specifically that you want us to see week 1?
Week 1. I mean, the Bears against going up against Caleb Williams would be good. Pick 1 versus pick 2. Top 2 quarterbacks in a draft. That would be fun. That would just be a fun matchup. And I don't know if that game's at home or not because I know Caleb.
It'll be a home game.
So yeah, so Caleb's from the DMV too. So went to Gonzaga High School in DC. So that would be a homecoming party for him. So that would be fun. That would be lit. And that would be a competitive game. I mean, I think we're evenly matched with the Bears. The Bears got better this year with Keenan Allen, obviously, and they got DJ Moore. So they got a good Montez Sweat coming back too. So there's a lot of storyline in the game. What would you say, Protect?
They got the Roma Dunze too.
Yeah, Doomsday, like they've done a lot to help out Caleb Williams. They've done a good job. Their GM's done a good job helping him out for sure. So that would be a fun game. Like I said, Montez Sweat coming back too. So there's a lot of storylines with that. And then the Ravens game would be good. You know, Lamar vs. Jayden, kind of like that similar dual threat quarterback type, but I don't see that happening. Then you got Kirk coming back to DC with the Falcons. So, you know, you got that game. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be the Giants. I don't think it's gonna be an NFC East game. I think it's gonna be like a random, like maybe like a AFC or one of the teams
Titans or something.
Yeah, I don't see it being an NFC East battle to start it off.
So that Bears game didn't come out leaked as Thursday night.
Let me see. I know because we played them Thursday night 2 times in a row. Because we played them Thursday night last, we got blown out, and then we played them Thursday night in their house and we beat them.
Maybe it just got leaked that we were planning for a 30. I don't think it was Thursday night. I'm not sure yet. But Protect, what about you? Is there a team that you want specifically that's in the crosshairs week 1?
I want to destroy the Carolina Panthers. So I want a victory. I want the easiest victory possible. And the Carolina Pussycats are the ones that want to get destroyed. Okay, get the Panthers out of here. I want them out of here. I want to sack Bryce Young 5 times. I want to pick him off twice. I want to rattle him and just destroy his confidence and win. I want to win. I want storylines. I don't care about media crap. I want to win. I want to go 1-0. I want to be happy. Give me the Panthers so we can go 1-0. That would be great.
Hey man, Bryce Young.
If not the Bears, if you're not the Panthers, give me the Bears. I want to beat Caleb. So either beat one of these number 1 picks, beat the number 1 pick from last year, or beat this one. One of them gotta get beat. Give me one. I don't care, but I prefer the Carolina Panthers if possible.
Yeah, I see it leak now. It says this is Ozzy NFL. I don't know how true this is. There's so many fake accounts or like troll accounts right now. But it says there was some speculation that the Bears and Commanders were going to face off week 1, but it seems that the NFL is looking to move that game to prime time. So we'll see what happens with that.
I doubt we get that, but that would be a hell of a primetime game for Sunday night. I'm pretty sure. No, the Cowboys playing at 4:05. I was about to say it seemed like every week Sunday the Cowboys always get week 1. Shoot, they could slide us in there. That'd be cool. You know what I'm saying?
Caleb come out to DC.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm getting out there for that game. I got to if it's prime time.
I'm in there. Baby. I'm in there, baby. I'm in there.
But no, shout out OG said it's hard to develop players when the coaching staff was all fentanyl. Now, I don't know about that, but I know the trainer. Yeah, I know, right? I know the trainer was rated. You know, the trainer got rated by the DEA, so who knows?
I don't know. Is he speaking to anyone specifically? Or is he talking about everyone? Because if we're talking on that Diami topic, I just think honestly, Diami just didn't have enough opportunity. Because think about it, we're crying for our best player on the team that's not getting enough opportunities, let alone Diami Brown. And then even in his minimum opportunities that he did have, he does deal with some drops. He's a gunner, as Protect said. I think it's finally just to kind of come to that conclusion. Like, we drafted him, Ron Rivera draft class, pretty bad. I mean, is there anyone that panned out for Ron Rivera's draft class? Maybe Sam Cosmi, maybe.
Yeah, Sam Cosmi.
That's it, probably. Is there anyone else? Brian Robinson, maybe. I don't know, but more story. Ron Rivera's drafts. Brian Robinson drafts.
Brian Robinson's been pretty good.
B-Rob and probably Sam Cosmi's the only two.
Yep.
Ron Rivera drafts were horrible, so it doesn't surprise me if Diami Brown turns out to not be anything. It's going to be another name that is going to be out of here. Do y'all really think it's a strong possibility that he doesn't make this roster?
Yes. I stand on that. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
you say Diami. You say there's a chance Diami don't make the team. I think it's a strong chance.
Yeah, because Terry, Jahan, Luke, Jameson's got to make it because he's the punt returner. Olamed Zacchaeus, number 5, and then Rosemead might make it. Mitchell Tinsley might make it. So it's one
Mitchell
of them.
Tinsley, my dog.
And now Martavis Bryant.
State, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, Mitchell Tinsley. I wanted him to make it last year. He balled out in the preseason.
He did. I think he was player 53. I think he barely made it, but he did.
Okay. Let's see, what else do I have? and we'll get up out of here shortly. All right, let's go ahead and do this quick little thing, and we'll get up out of here. I think I seen something that was like bench cut, and everyone kind of freaked out because they're like, "You can't do this to me." But then I want you to kick it off. Start bench cut, Terry, Santana Moss, and I think it was Pierre Garçon who I said.
No.
If you need time to you know what I'm saying, think, let me know.
Well, let's talk about the big news first because Tyus B11 came up with something. We haven't talked about Jake Fromm being released yet. You know, that's big news. You know, Sam Hartman.
Jake from State Farm.
From State Farm. But yeah, Sam Hartman, we'll see what he does. But no, that's a tough question. I've seen that question going on.
I'm ready. If y'all need time to think on it,
I'm ready though. I'm ready though.
I think I'm gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings, and it hurts for me to say it, but I think it needs to be said. So I mean, let me know if you need some time to think about.
Go ahead, man. I'm good. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
I might be tripping.
You want to just kick it out.
But you gotta think about it. For me, from my standpoint, I'm only 20, right? So I got the tail end of Santana, and that Deshaun Jackson, Pierre Garçon kind of was like my prime years, like of watching football and being totally like just in a fantasy world with this team. I'm gonna start Santana, bench Pierre, and cut Terry. I know that sounds crazy. I know. I might be tripping. I might be tripping, but I don't know. That's how Pierre Garçon, that tandem, Deshaun and Pierre. Come on, man, that was a nice little stretch right there, dog. Come on,
it's tough.
That was crazy.
It's tough.
Like I'm not actually, man. Yeah. I love Terry to death. I do. I think he's a dog. He has. Like, I'm not taking no credit away from Terry. This is a hard question. In my opinion, there's no wrong answers. Besides cutting Santana Moss, in my opinion, I think he either has to start I think he either have to start a bench. That would be the only wrong answer, in my opinion. Protect. What you got? What you got?
Woo! That was a spicy one. I'm starting Tanner. Obviously, it's Tanner. Santana. Like y'all made a Joel Santana song back in the early 2000s. My man was going crazy. Shout out Santana Moss, man. I know your boy Jared saying he need to hang his number up. I don't think it's that far, but it's something close to that because Santana was incredible.
Yeah.
I'm a bench Terry.
I'm cutting
Pierre.
That's cool.
I only say that when it comes to Pierre though. He played with Kirk, bro. Like he played with Kirk. And he played with Robert. The quarterback play for him and Terry are like light years apart. Like Robert Griffin, one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen in our life. And then the next year was absolutely dog crap. But ain't the point. He was the best rookie years ever in life. And then Kirk from 15 to 17 was lighting up everybody and their mama. So
I get that.
They got to deal with Case Keenum and Dwayne. Oh my gosh, it's so Alex Smith and Taylor and
let me see.
The remnants of Carson Wentz. Sammy, I love Sam Howell, but gotta give it to Terry, man, because the quarterback play. But I mean, also Tanner dealt with Mark Brunell and the remnants of that too. So I mean, the quarterback play was so bad here for so dang long. Jesus. Pierre had the best quarterback play on all three of them for sure. So I will go start Tanner, best Terry McLaurin. Yeah, 88. Love you, bro.
I think I might be tripping. I don't know. If Terry had Kirk Cousins, you're right. He would have, and that's what I said. I know it's not no wrong answer, but I think I don't know. Maybe I did get the wrong answer. Art Monk, Gary Clark, Terry, and Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed, I think he would have been up there in a conversation with Travis Kelce if he was still playing and stay healthy. He was that dominant, that talented, but injuries derailed him. All right, Ed, let me know what you think.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same wavelength where I got Santana and then Terry and then Garcon. That's a tough one because Terry does have that argument where he's had so many quarterbacks where he's had, Garrett Gilbert, Keenum, Heineke, Carson, Sam, Dwayne, like rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins. Did he have Colt? I feel like he played with Cole a little bit too. I might be wrong about that, but I mean, that the point is he's played with like 7, 8, 9, 10 different Kyle Allen. I mean, Alex Smith. Like, there's so many quarterbacks that we're forgetting. Like, how many quarterbacks who he's played with? Like, he's played with a ridiculous
Garrett Gilbert for a game.
Garrett Gilbert on that Thursday night football game with the Eagles against the Eagles. Yeah. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And Terry produces like. Moss and Stephon Gilmore like that, but Santana, man, like he has some big games. That Monday night game against Dallas, where we're down 13-0, back-to-back home, back-to-back basically Hail Marys from Brunel. So Santana's up there for sure. Garcon, he was more of like our number 2 guy. Like he was really like our number 2. D-Jax was kind of like our number 1 a little bit, or it was kind of like a good trio. But Pierre was kind of more like I see him like a number 2, where I see Terry as a number 1. I see Santana. Santana was clearly the number 1 on the team back then, and just throughout the league for sure. So it's really Santana, Terry, Garcon for me. But if you have Terry above Santana, I don't disagree with you. I feel like Terry's up there too, honestly. And
now I'm feeling like I made the wrong decision, because like. Putting it in that perspective, because Terry, I don't want it to come. I love Terry. He's my favorite player. Like, but it's like it's tough. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. Like looking at the stat sheet for Pierre, he came over from Indy, first year 600, then next year 1,346 yards. Like, come on,
year
man.
Was insane.
And that was 2013, so that was the year when we was horrible, wasn't it? Like
it was 13, my boy. That's when the Shanahan got fired.
1,300 yards on a 3-13 year, like that's crazy. But now I definitely think like I'm not gonna put Terry over like Santana yet, but I definitely think he has the potential to surpass him. But I just know like I can imagine being the, Ed and Protect y'all watching like kind of prime-ish Santana. I got Till.
Yeah, we got to watch Prime
so Prime Tana is kind of like I think it's hard to put him over Terry right now, but I do think he has the potential to surpass him. But you don't see no problem with people putting him over Santana if that was the case. Like if people came out with that,
I got a problem with it right now.
Yeah,
they put who over Santana?
Terry. Right now, they came out.
Oh no, not at all. Because Terry's look at the quarterback play he's played with. And he's putting up 1,000 yards every season, and he's been able to stay healthy, play through injuries. Last year,
1,500 yard season on the docket or something.
You said who had a 1,500 season? 1,500 yards.
Don't Santana got like a 1,400 yard.
Yeah, 1,400 in 2005. That was the year we made the playoffs with Clinton Portis and Chris Cooley.
Okay. I know down there 1,500. It was some OD stuff. It was some crazy.
1,400 yards. Yeah. That was crazy. He made a Pro Bowl that year too. But yeah, Terry's just a dog, man.
Like last year was supposed to be that breakout year for Terry, man. I really was banking on it. You know what I'm saying? I think it can finally happen. But so if Tana, is up there in the ranks, if we're talking all time, where does he rank at? Is he top 5 all time?
Top 5 for sure. Organization.
Like in Washington receiver history, Armand, Gary Clark, like
Charlie Taylor, the Fun Bunch. I put the Fun Bunch over Tanner, respectfully.
Obviously that. I know they're over him, but
at highest he's 4.
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking top 5, like all time Washington receivers, obviously Gary Clark and Armand, they're ahead of him. But is Santana?
He might be right behind the Fun Bunch. He might be right behind the Fun Bunch. I don't really see. Yeah, that's tough.
And is Terry already in that discussion too?
Top 10 for Terry for sure.
But 5 though.
For sure, already.
You already got 3. Charlie, I said Charlie Brown. I'm dumb.
Charlie
Taylor,
Taylor.
It was
Gary
somebody named
Clark.
Charlie Brown that played for it, I think.
So yeah, Charlie Taylor, Art Monk, Gary
Yeah,
Clark.
Charlie
Well,
Brown.
of course, Art Monk be number one. Got
Mm.
So Terry's
Tanner.
already top 5. Ty says Art Monk, Charlie Brown.
Any of the Washington receiving leaders of all time. It might make it look
I'm
easy.
looking at
What
it like
if-
Art Monk, Charlie Taylor, Santana Moss, Bobby Mitchell, Gary Clark, Ricky Sanders. So the leaders actually, it has the stats for the leaders and receptions.
Mhm.
Like right now, Deshaun Jackson's top 10 and all time receptions for Washington with like
That's
588.
insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
But yeah,
Still,
like Pierre Garçon is like he's number 7.
Yeah, Bobby Mitchell up to Ricky Sanders. Ooh, Jerry Smith, tight end though. But you might have to put you might
Terry
have
in
to put
that top
Terry up
5
there.
already?
Top 5.
Does that speak to how
Bobby Mitchell
consistent
gotta be
he's
number
been?
5.
Bobby who?
Terry be number 6 because Bobby Mitchell put Bobby Mitchell up there respectfully.
Okay, I was gonna say, does that speak to consistency of Terry or just how poor we have kind of been as of late at finding those?
Because our Monk's the only receiver in our history that has more than 10,000 yards. The next guy is 9,000. If that's a huge drop off.
That's interesting. Taylor, Monk, Clark. We got 10 minutes to an hour, but if y'all need to go ahead and step off, it's cool.
We chilling, bro.
Terry's 7th of all time receiving yards right now. Ricky Sanders
Already, that's crazy.
7th? I see 8th right here, but I mean 7th.
Yeah,
That's
3rd. I'm looking at StatMuse.
I'm looking at
he's 7 all the time. So where's
Pro
the
Football Reference got him at 8, but I don't know why.
where is he close? Like, is he close to closing in on potential? Do you think he could potentially get to that top 5 before he kind of
I
gets
just put it in the private chat, the link.
out of
I'm gonna check it right now.
Could he reach
I'm
top 5?
on
before he
Pro
gets out of
Football.
his
What's his
prime?
face?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Before.
Let's see. So,
Yeah,
in order for Terry to get
they're not counting. They're not counting Jerry Smith because they count tight ends on here too. Okay, that's I can't miss something. All right, we're good. No, okay.
So he's 7.
He's 7th in wide receivers. Yeah.
So he's at 5,283. Do you think he can get to that?
If he can get a 1,500 yard season this year, he'll get to 4 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he'll get to 5.
I feel like he could have been smashed that if we had consistent quarterback play.
Yeah,
I think like
Jayden Daniels, man. And Terry Prime on the right note, man. See, he can get up there.
Terry only played 80 games.
Yeah,
Man,
2018.
He had 1,000 yards every year if he didn't get hurt in his rookie year.
That boy Terry came onto the scene 2019. Case Keenum, and then he freaking overthrew him, dog. But yeah, all right. So if you got any more questions, let us know. Ed, if you got a exit stage left, Protech, if you got an exit stage left, let me know. Not let me know, but go ahead and do the honors. I'm gonna hang out for about maybe 5-10 more minutes to get that hour mark. Bigger question: who's the greatest Redskin of all time? Ooh, let me see.
That's a toughie.
Yeah, you go back all
Take
all
the easy way out and just say Joe Gibbs. Let me see. Best Redskin of all time.
Green,
like
Dale Green's up there. Or Monk.
Dale Green definitely up there. Monk definitely up there.
Yeah, Dale Green still got it too. He was running
Dale
around.
Green still got it back.
Around the other day.
Hey, word on the street is he better than Emmanuel Forbes, man. I don't know. I take him over Forbes any day, huh?
Probably.
At 64 years old, it's crazy.
Let me see. It says John Riggins.
God.
John Riggins, Daryl Green. Is Dexter Manley in that discussion?
He's up there. He's up there for sure. He's one of the
Doug
top
Williams.
for sure.
Sammy Ball. I'm just trying to think of old school. I see. It probably would have been Sean Taylor if he got to play out his career. Maybe.
Yeah, he would have been up there for sure. He would have been up there. He would have been in the conversation.
Riggins
sure.
or Monk. And the crazy thing about John Riggins is, I believe, if correct me if I'm wrong, he came to us later in his career. Like, he started with the Jets, and he had that crazy run, like in his early 30s, mid 30s. So, John Riggins, Doug Williams. It seems like a 3-man race between Daryl Green, Doug, and John Riggins. Let me see. But yeah, I feel like that's all we got. If you got any more questions for us, about 5 more minutes and we'll get up out of here. Since Santana was having problems with quarterbacks too.
Yeah, he did. We got to play with Brunel for a little minute.
Yeah,
Brunel had that 2012 season. Bro had 8 touchdowns with Robert, bro. He was cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Santana is the guy. Straight facts, Pierre and Terry. Let's see. Start Terry, bench Tanner, cut Pierre. Dale Green, homegrown. Sean Taylor.
Bro. You don't start Tanner. You crazy, bro. I'm sorry.
I can't.
I love
we
Terry,
unfortunately
he ain't put up no 1,500-yard year, bro. He ain't put no 1,483 on somebody's hair top, bro. In a era when they didn't throw the ball. They weren't throwing the ball in 2005 like that, bro. He put up almost 1,500.
Yeah, Clinton Portis out there. They was running the ball first.
They was running the mess out that rock, boy.
Yeah.
My man's on his
someone said Joe Theismann.
Run 2-1.
Joe Theismann. Someone said Joe Theismann.
Theismann got put Theismann up there. Theismann got Super Bowl.
If he didn't have
I just looked up the greatest Redskins of all time. They have Sean Taylor in like the top 10. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I love Sean Taylor.
Respectfully, Shawty was a dog them 4 years, bro.
Yeah, Joe Jacoby, Brian Mitchell. He's one of the top skins.
Got all the Hogs in there. All the Hogs. I think they're the greatest Redskins. The Hogs. One for the Hogs.
Sammy Ball, Daryl Green. Sean Taylor's number 5 greatest Redskin of all time according to lineups.
It's crazy.
I know. I feel like he would have been probably the greatest. Again, I look. I'm sorry, I didn't get to watch him. I only know highlights. Ed and Protect can speak to how good he was.
Who?
Sean Taylor. We're talking. Sean Taylor's top 5 all. He's top 5 all time according to this website. Even though he only played 4 years, and I'm like, I see him. I only can see highlights and the punter, the hit on the punter and stuff like that. Like,
bro, the fear he put in dude's eyes, Slim.
Mm-hmm.
I remember T.O. didn't want to go down the middle because of Charlotte. T.O. was scared. My man was about to his pants, bro. He was so scared of Sean, bro. You felt this man scared, bro. He was scared for his life. T.O. didn't want to go down the middle. I remember Patrick Creighton went down the middle and got demolished. My man whole body got sent to Jesus, boy. He said, gosh, Lord help me. Oh my God. Bruh, this man, Sean, bro.
Yeah.
He might be the most intimidating safety I've ever seen play the game, bro.
Yeah. Look what he did to that punter in the Pro Bowl.
Punter in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Preseason. Like, he didn't care. Preseason, Pro Bowl.
That was the last time the Pro Bowl was actually a game.
Facts.
Flag football.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the
So
scoop against the Eagles.
I know somebody that say Jason Campbell in the comments section.
Jason Campbell, I just watched the 2008 Dallas game. If
bro,
he
stop
didn't,
that, bro. I'm leaving the stream. I gotta go. You tripping? So let me stop.
I was gonna say Mark Mosley too, the kicker. Like, he was an MVP.
He did win MVP. He did win MVP.
It's a tough decision, bro.
We have a rich history. Like, I understand as of late we've been horrible, but we do have a rich history. And you can't really go wrong. OG says the 60-minute man, slinging Sammy Ball, played cornerback, kicker, and QB.
I don't lie, man. I got to throw Sonny in that, man.
Sonny I forgot about Sonny Jurgensen.
I throw Sonny in that, man. My father. I remember my father would tell me a story about Sonny. He was like, "Your man go to the bar and get plastered on Saturday night. Come to the game ready, light him up, and just throwing touchdowns on everybody's head top on Sunday morning." Go over and all. I said, "Well, my man would stay sober. Gosh, this man would have lit up everybody, mother."
says y'all messing with Ed's nighttime ritual. He ain't got no business being up this late. Watch
Watch
the
the
knock.
knock.
And we about to get him out of here. We got to get him out of here. He's good to go.
Hey, like I'm about to go to sleep, y'all.
We about to get him up out of here.
I got the pillow arm on.
Go ahead, Ed.
Prayer. Hey, look. Prayers for the Wizards, right? And hopefully they can be the second overall pick for the city, and they get some good guys for you
Get
over there. I
them
see you
LSU guys.
repping the Wizards. You got Protect over here, 76ers fan. Can't get it done in the playoffs. You know, Joel's made of glass come playoff time, but
Come on, nigga.
hey, look, I got
Now
Tyrese
she
Maxey though.
doing it,
Tyrese be hooping. Tyrese be hooping, man. But nah, we're gonna get Ed up out of here. I know he got the pillow ready on
Ben
standby.
Simmons messed it up, man. That was the window. That was the chance for y'all. Like if he didn't pass up that dunk, that layup, then y'all probably would have went to the Eastern Conference Finals. But ever since then, it hasn't been the same. And giving
I have
away
a personal beef with Ben Simmons forever. Ben Simmons is an op forever. I can't stand Ben Simmons.
You heard what Jimmy Butler said. Y'all chose Tobias over me. That's crazy.
That was crazy. What the big Kobe, bro? Jim got fired for that stupid stuff, bro. Like who's tripping? My man snorted. My man had to snort some before he did that. My man probably took H as a costume. Was like, all right, bro.
Yeah, OG said
they both play small forward. I'm gonna just take the light skin one. Right.
I think
take the dark skin one out of here. Get out of here.
I think y'all in good hands with Daryl Morey though. Y'all will be good. I don't know, but I do before we about to get out of here in a couple seconds. But I know Ed's main sport basketball, so I do want to ask him finals predictions. Well, first of all, how you feeling about the playoffs so far? You two pros that you can jump in. How you feeling about the playoffs so far? Is it living up to the hype? And what's your finals prediction? And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Brunson, all those. Like, what's going on with the playoffs for you and your overall finals prediction and winner?
Yeah, Anthony Edwards has really put on a show, man. He really has. It's been fun watching him play the game of basketball. He's been putting on a show. Jokic had a really good game last game against the Timberwolves. So that's been a good series. It's tied up 2-2 to play tonight at 10:30. Jalen Brunson has been putting on. He's been ridiculous too. He's got 28 points in the third quarter. But yeah, I mean, I see the Nuggets getting there again, honestly. And if they can get past the Timberwolves. And then in the East, who else? It's the Pacers and Knicks, and then who plays tomorrow night?
Cavs and
the Celtics. So it probably will be Celtics Nuggets. Honestly, I don't see anybody beating the Nuggets, and I don't see anybody beating the Celtics right now. The Celtics are just red hot right now.
Well, before you go, Protect, we do want to answer this question. Hold on, but I'm gonna say. I don't know. Dallas is. I like the chemistry between Luka and Kyrie. I don't know if it's enough to carry them to the finals, but I do like that. But before you go, Protect, I do want to answer this: is Anthony Edwards the next GOAT? Everyone's comparing on to Michael Jordan and stuff like that. I mean, it is for years to come there in Minnesota. They just starting their kind of run. So could he potentially be the next GOAT? Ed, what you think?
Anthony Edwards, he has a chance to do it. I know a lot of people are comparing him to MJ, but. Yeah, he's got a chance to do it, man. Like he's a legitimate scorer, like super athletic. Like some of the dunks he's put on this year have been like some of the best dunks of the whole season. The one dunk with John Collins, that was nasty. Not only that, but he can do anything you ask Anthony Edwards to do. Like he's clutch, he can score, he can post up. Anything offensively, like he can do it. Like there's nothing he can't do, and he can defend too. Like he plays defense too. It's not like he's just a one.
Yeah, he's definitely a two-way player for sure.
Shout out to James Harden. I'm a big James Harden fan, but that was his downfall. He never played defense. Like Anthony Edwards can actually play defense.
Yeah, I think Anthony Edwards will have a run in the league where he is the best player in the league. I do believe that. Now, next GOAT, like next Jordan, we'll tone that down a little bit, but. Can he have a run where he's the best player in basketball? Yeah. LeBron about to retire. Jokic ain't getting no older. Embiid ain't getting no younger. These dudes getting older. And he's spry in his prime. Why can't he be the best player in the league? I mean, the only guy I think can compete with that is SGA, and I definitely think that Anthony Edwards better than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I love Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but I do think that Anthony Edwards is a better player today. So I would I do think he'll be the next best player in the NBA coming very shortly.
Are we forgetting John Morant?
Not you.
We forgetting John Morant though?
No, John can't stay out his own way. I don't got time for John.
Man, though, when he's on the court, though,
he's on the court. He's a dog. He can't stay out of his own way. I don't got time for John Morant. I love Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey ain't Anthony Edwards. So AE is his time to shine. So do your thing, bro. Do your thing, Five. Do your thing.
All right, let me get your finals matchup, and then we'll get up out of here.
Ooh. I don't think the Nuggets get out that series with Timberwolves. I got a weird feeling Anthony was gonna pull out. I don't know why, but I don't see Nuggets pulling that series. If anyone could beat the Timberwolves, it will be Denver though. So, but I'm gonna go with these young teams, man. I like these young teams. I'm gonna go Boston, Minnesota, and the Celtics win the NBA Finals and win a championship.
Jason Tatum winning the ring.
Finally gets his ring.
Only at 19 years old, huh? It's crazy what he's doing at 19 years old, huh? That little running joke. But nah, I appreciate y'all for stopping by. My guy, the real Ed Oliver, OG. Ed, you consider the OG now, man. How does that feel in the community?
OG triple OG in here, man.
No, it feels good, man. I've been in the YouTube game since 2018, so it's a lot of fun, man. It's been fun seeing a lot of people grow their channels and whatnot, and just being able to help other people out too. So, I am becoming somewhat of an old head. It's funny, but OG, the real OG, is in here. DC Bay, that's the real OG. He's seen it all. He's seen Sammy Ball play. He's seen Sonny Drew. He's seen the black and white TV. He's seen the back when we were the Braves. He's seen that. He's seen the leather helmets. He's seen everything.
Leather helmets.
Hey, Ed, though. Look, Ed, I'm still gonna issue the challenge. You think you still could beat me in basketball, though? I think I can take you now. I think I can. Maybe not 5 years ago, but look, left hand.
They're gonna duck on you. I gotta get out of here now.
Left hand assassin.
They're gonna duck on you.
Left hand assassin. All I'm saying is left hand assassin. You can't leave me open. Left hand.
You say you got that green release.
You know what they say about us left-handers.
All the animations on the badges.
You know what they say about our left-handers, Ed. We left-handers history of basketball, the best shooters.
I don't disagree with the lefty part now. Hold on now. Oh, shoot. Oh, he's spitting.
I'm saying. Look, Ed, you probably gonna take me low post, you know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing I could do down there.
I gotta shoot over because I'm like 5'8", so I just gotta post you up, jump hook, That's what I gotta
Hey,
do.
But if you miss one time, it's over.
You miss one, it's over.
I'm gonna leave you open though. You're gonna have to shoot. You're gonna have to shoot. I don't know the jumper been in the closet for the last couple years. Got to knock some rust off. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
The closet is crazy. Oh man.
Just good to talk good game with you, man.
That'll be fun to see. I want to see a 1v1 vlog. I like to see that. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not sure if Ed ready for this, man. Tell him the left hand assassin is hot and ready. Catch and shoot. I don't even have to dribble. Catch and shoot. You know what I'm saying?
He got the jump shot green release.
Yeah. Now that's all I can do. Like that's all I can do. I can't dribble. You know what I'm saying? I can shoot though. Nah, I'm just messing though. But I appreciate y'all.
It's hilarious though.
I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Would you say it?
Like Kyle Lowry.
I mean, Kyle Lowry he can't test my jumper though. Like I'm consistent with it. The jumper is especially that wing. Like I know a lot of people corner shooters. That wing, ooh, come on, man.
The wing, my move too. I can't shoot from the corner to save my life. That wing.
Yeah, but I appreciate y'all for stopping by though. I want to get y'all out of here. I know basketball about to come on. My guy, Ed Oliver. Oh, let me get you right. Ed Oliver right here. Big inspiration on me, obviously. Big reason why I started the channel. First Washington Redskin person I knew that talked about our team. I didn't know this existed. So without Ed, my channel wouldn't exist. And I appreciate you for paving the way, my man. My guy, PSN. Always hold it down. Always Mr. Reliable coming on the channel. My guy, Tone. Make sure y'all go subscribe to PSN. Everybody go subscribe to Ed, even though I'm pretty sure everybody know OG at this point. See, there we go. Ed, OG.
Ed, OG.
Ed has officially reached OG status. 2018.
Yeah.
I
But nah, I
completely agree with Juan though, man. We gotta give a special shout out to Ed, man. Without Ed, there we know PSN, there we know One Gotti, there we
I'm
know
saying I didn't
Burgundy
know
Gold
nobody, bro.
Trim. It'll be none of this guy, command this podcast. It won't be none of us without Ed, Lou, and Rico. Shout out to them three. We appreciate y'all, especially Ed. Ed is an OG on here. They've been doing this stuff. Dizzle. I remember I was watching Ed before I started my channel, so shout out to Ed, man. Big dog Ed, man. And dope person in person now too. And he's on the internet. You're a cool dude in person. Cool dude to keep with.
Yeah. Me and Protect, we had a good night out of Fanatics, man. We had a good night.
Yeah, that was a good night.
So I appreciate y'all for coming on again. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Content coming for all of us. Hey, maybe that 1v1 with Eddie get dropped off. Come soon. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's gonna be able to smoke. Wait. You know what I'm saying? Protect. You see, Protect quiet. He just laughing because he don't want to enter. He know.
I don't want no smoke now. I ain't hooping yet. I got my Jordan on the court. I hope though. I get it in. Y'all want me to get it in now. I ain't scared.
I'm not saying. Y'all have a blessed night. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. I want to roll to 7,000 subscribers. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. Y'all have a blessed one. Be safe. Hey, let me get that outro.
Ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a lawn.